This is Charlie Wilson, and you know I got soul.
Hi, Charlie. How are you?
How you doing, Charles?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, it's a little bit. Is it cold where you are?
Yeah, it's pretty cold up here in New York.
Yeah. It's pretty cold where I'm at right now. I'm in Los Angeles, but it's like about 38 degrees. It's cold.
Yeah.
I'm up higher. I'm in the mountains, so
okay.
It's colder than it is down below.
Yeah. Cool. And we appreciate you taking time for this interview, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
First off, I just want to say congratulations to you on your 2 recent Grammy nominations. For You Are. It's a great honor. Just talk about what that honor means to you.
Well, anytime you're recognized and appreciated by your peers, it's an awesome feeling. I mean, I've tried for so many years to try to be as correct as I can about making feel good records. It's when it feels good, it's right. And sometimes we all fall short of what we think that feels good, and I just try I try really hard to I'm trying to make a feel good record that everybody can appreciate. And once your peers appreciate it and recognize it, that it needs a nod, it really it makes me feel really good, man. I'm honored by the fact that I'm back again. It's just the second year in a row, and to have a couple more times, it's great, man. It's been number 6.
Yeah.
6 times. Maybe one time I'll make it one. I don't know. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be nominated. That's for sure.
Yep. And you've been doing music, for such a long time now, and you've been able to stay successful at it for, such a long period of time. What's been the key to your success?
Well, I still have the passion and the love for and a youthful spirit that I carry with me all the time. So it's just the passion and the love that I have for it, man, and I just try real hard.
Yeah.
And I just said, I'm not through yet. I'm not through. And everybody was like, dude, are you serious? I was like, I am not through.
Yeah.
I said, dude, I'm just getting started because, my career was cut short. I said, hey, I'm going to start pick over where I left off, so.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have that drive. I still have that drive and the ability to do it.
Cool. One thing about you is you're recognized as an icon in music, being successful all these years, and you've influenced a generation of artists who are out today. What does it mean to have such an influence on all these musicians?
Well, it's kind of hard to answer. I had no clue what I was doing and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think if we ever figure that out, and I think we're doomed. But I like to have fun, and when people are listening and gravitating to what you're doing, I think that it, again, is a blessing and in itself. And so if that guy is me to be able to continue to inspire people in many ways, more ways than just music, then I guess I'm that guy that's been gifted and elected to be the inspiration for many generations. Because I remember even back when the Gap Band days, everybody, had a set of group of guys who said they loved the way I sang and all of this, and so now it's still here I am again, and then there's another set of entertainers who just say I love the way you sang, and so it's just great, man. I really can't really explain how that really makes me feel. I'm definitely blessed to be one of the guys who inspired people still today. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah, and not only have you inspired a lot of people, but and also kind of influenced their music, but you've also had a chance to collaborate with many of them, many who have grown idolizing you. So, what are those collaborations? What do they mean to you?
It means that they know that I still have that drive and that wantability. I call it wantability. It's not probably a word. I want to do it so bad, but I still have the abilities. I call it the wantability. I think everybody calls, especially the hip hop world. A lot of guys call for me because they know I got some swagger. And they know Uncle Charlie, the vibe of Uncle Charlie will fit what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like my voice, I guess the sound of my voice has not been dated.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times, a lot of singers, you know, their voice fits from back in the day, and that's as far as it's going. And I think you may know what I'm saying. You know, everybody's voice don't fit in today's style.
Yep.
And the sound of my voice, I think, it still fits. And I don't want to come off sounding like I'm some arrogant guy, but I think that's what it is. I said that to somebody said, no, you just got a license to old school. Somebody told me, no, I mean, you just got a license to old school. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't get that license. You're the only one with the license. So I guess I can say that, too. You know, I'm blessed, man. I've just been blessed. And all those guys like Kanye and dealing with records with Jay-Z and then being able to deal on a record with Beyonce and especially Snoop Dogg, who gave me the first shot, you know, and then there's so many names that came out there, Lil' Kim, and it's so many. I mean, I even got a chance to sing on some Nicki Minaj records, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just when she was in the room, and I was just like way too hoarse, and I said, you know, maybe one day we'll do it again. But it's just been great, man, to be able to be amongst the superstars of today's music, and they're saying Uncle Charlie can do it for hit all Uncle Charlie. So, hey, man, I'm happy, and those collaborations went well in the studio. Everybody was so excited that I was there, and I was excited to be in the room with them as well. You know, so it's great, man. Yeah,
that's good stuff. And now, you know, there's also a lot of artists, I'm sure, out there who look up to you, but maybe haven't made it yet in the music industry. You know, trying to make it, trying to break in. What advice would you give those artists, you know, to help sustain their careers and try to make it in music?
Go be a plumber. No. No. I would say, you know, whatever you want to do in life, whatever it is, you have to have the passion, and undeniable passion for it, and you have to do it every single day. I mean, you look at some of the basketball greats. I mean, you start talking about musicians, you have great musicians and people, you know, we say people like Stevie Wonder and you know, those people have just great gifts, and they sung every single day. And I know Stevie personally. He was in the studio every single day of his life, mostly all day. So if you want anything you want to do in life, whether it's if you want to be a sports star, basketball player, you have to almost sleep with that basketball. Magic Johnson went everywhere. His mom sent him to the store, you know, and he went to the store with the basketball, bouncing and doing all kind of things. Yeah. He brought home he had the sack of groceries in one hand and the basketball in the other. Same thing with Michael. I mean, you know, you have to, if you want to be incredible, you have to do some incredible things at practice. You have to practice, and you have to do it every single day. And band singers, drummers, guitar players, you have to practice that craft and do it every single moment of your life, and just take some time out to go use the restroom and come back and pick it back up. But I'm saying, and then you have to have some great people around you, like not people that would just steal you blind, because I've been done like that, where people just take everything you have, you know, and then and dare you to say that they did something wrong. But I'm saying that you have to have some great people and people that you trust, some great attorneys that will make the deal for you, and hand down some great people around you to make things right and comfortable for you, and you just go out to your craft. And sign all your checks, and make sure you sign all your checks, and don't let a check go out without your name on it, you know, for your employees, because people will steal you blind, and you, at the end of the day, you don't want to be left with just a pen in your hand. You know?
Okay, good answer. I like that. And now, you know, I've read your wife has been a big inspiration to you over your career. You know, she's influenced you in your music, and you know, talk about the influence she's had over you over the course of your career.
Well, first of all, I mean, when I went out, start stay like away from this music business because of drugs and alcohol. I mean, I ended up homeless. I ended up basically in the streets. And my wife, this woman that I met that was in a rehab, she was like the doctor there, and of course, man, I made the long story short, she was the one who instilled faith back in me, like, you know, because I was still praying and asking God not to let me perish out there while I was sleeping under construction cars and different places and different things. I was like, I want to do this again, and I've just gone too far away from what it is I really love to do. And then when I was in the rehab, before I got out, this is the woman that said, hey, listen, she didn't know who I was from Peru. She's not even American.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like, hey, you look like a pretty nice guy, so I'll help you, you know, as much as I can. But she went back to the house and found furniture, filled it up, and all of this stuff. And long story short, I mean, she was saying, okay, now you can do this on your own. And I was like, no, I can't do this. Anyway, I asked her to marry me, and she was basically was like, well, I don't even know you, you know. But, to a point, and I basically talked her into it. She said, okay, if I do this, we be together or whatever you're trying to say. I have to be with you every single day. I mean, I have to quit my job, and at that moment, didn't have no money, and I didn't have $5 in my pocket. So, anyway, she, long story short, she helped me, man, and she's been with me every day. It was 17 years. We've been every single day together. She has been such a backbone and such a driving force behind me of making sure that I continue to dream like I'm dreaming and dream big, and we can make these dreams come true if we have faith in God, and you have to instill the faith in yourself and the courage to do the things you got to do. And so the prayer that we used to have, and when I always stay still, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, I know the difference between a lot of things now, and I know the things that I can change and the things that I cannot change. The fact of it is, the things I can change was the things that I was doing wrong. I know I can change my behavior, and I know I can change people, places, and things, and so I can continue to be sober, and so that's what I did. God definitely gave me the serenity, and so my wife has been instilling that in me every single day. I wake up with something didn't go right, and I start doing all my house shouting and things like that. When she's looking at me, I know she's looking at me. So when she's staring at me, are you through? And then I start laughing because I can't make an argument out of nothing. And so she's like, you know what? You headed down the wrong track. So I mean, she's the one that keeps me like grounded and understanding, like, I got this bat in my hand, I will break it up over you, So you need to continue to do what you're doing, and ain't nothing broke here. There's nothing broke. Yeah. And so all you have to do is continue to work on yourself and keep singing these records, and you're going to be just fine. So even today, she says these same things to me, and it's been 17 years already, and look where we've come. And I don't think that I would have made it if God hadn't sent me this angel. And this was definitely a child's angel that God sent.
That's beautiful. Okay. You've had success now, back to your singing, as a lead singer of the Gap Band, and now also many years as a solo artist. Which have you found to be more challenging to have success at?
Well, the most challenging thing was the Charlie Wilson career. Because when I got sober, I went and started trying to find myself a deal and everything. So just for 10 years, everybody just told me no. And so for when I got turned down, I hurt my feelings so bad because I just figured I thought I was going to get back in kind of quick. I was sobered up. I was maybe a year, good. Okay, I waited a year, so let's go. And everybody turned me down. So I just, year after year, I kept going and knocking on doors. And they was like, man, we love you, Uncle Charlie, my man, retire, man. Yeah. So it was like, retire. I said, dude, I got this in me. And they just didn't hear it. And it just, And so 10 years now, I'm 10 years older than I was when I first started. So, and I'm thinking now the doors are really going to be closed. And I just know I said, never give up on your dreams. If you give up, you just, you surrender to something that's not good. You've given up on your dream, and now you're standing out here with something other than a pen in your hand. So I'm like, okay, so we finally got in there, and the first record I put out was the #1 record. Yep. Incredible, man. Yep. Incredible. It's just like, it was the hardest one. It's the hardest one. And because people, bodies, humans were standing in the way and saying, well, you know, you this and that, you too old for this, you this and that, you don't have this, you know what I'm saying? So they said you was washed up, and I was like, man, oh my God. So I had to go through all of that. And, but I'm here, you know, 8 number one records later. Great.
Yep, cool. Another challenge you've had to face is, you know, you're a cancer survivor, and now you're a spokesman for prostate cancer. You know, you speak out, inform people. Talk about what it means to be able to be a spokesman and inform people on that.
Well, I mean, you know, I do a lot of singing and performance, so I thought it was time for me to do a lot of informing people. When I was diagnosed in 2008 with this cancer disease in the prostate, it was, I just really almost lost it. You know, I thought that my life was going to be over, and again, my wife, she was like, you know, come on, man, you went it out. Because when the doctor had some good news and some bad news, she said, let's find out the bad news first. And then when the bad news, he said, you have cancer in prostate. And I was like, oh, man. And she was like, sit down. Let's just find out what the good news is. Mm-hmm. So the good news was that it was early enough detection. And so we just started at it and started working at it and being proactive about it and glad we got a hold to it early. Mm-hmm. And then I decided that I wanted to tell the world about it.
Yeah.
And so we found the Prostate Cancer Foundation came aboard and said, hey, man, they gave me a platform to speak from, you know, and so I could advise Americans, and 1 in 6 Americans will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Mm-hmm. But African Americans, it's 1 in 3 will be diagnosed. And so I was like, wow, those numbers are high. Yeah. And I looked at the numbers of death. It was like 37,000 men a year that we were losing of African American men. I was like, wow. So I decided to be that spokesperson. And I was like, man, let me go and explain to African Americans for sure that we're 2 times likely to die from this disease than any other ethnic group. Mm-hmm. And so I remember, I'm going to give you the story right quick. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and this young man came in my dressing room, and he said, man, I heard you on the radio saying that you had prostate cancer, and urging all men to go get checked up. And so he said, me and my brothers, about 12 of us, close to almost 15, he said 12 to 15, I can't remember which number was. And he said, man, we all had prostate cancer. Wow. All of us.
Wow.
He said, if we hadn't gone, he said, my oldest brother, it was already in and out of into his body, so he has to do some other kind of procedures. He said, but man, we all had it. And I just almost flipped out and started crying. I was like, he said, man, I thank you so much. You just hugged me. He said, man, I'm so glad, because we probably would have never checked for that. You know. But, you know, and I think, you know, the message has been very strong. The message has been, men have been listening to me all over the world. Mm-hmm. And I carry this message everywhere I go, you know, and I perform. So I inform a lot of men as well as when I'm performing as well. I stop and on my shows and I always talk to the brothers in the audience. Look, he said, check prostate cancer, man, because there ain't no joke. I lost my father to it. Yeah, he was an older man, but I had the type of cancer that I had was a very, very active and strong one. It was a very aggressive one. Mm-hmm. It was moving faster than normal. You know, it was an abnormal one that was moving pretty fast. And within a year or 2, I would have been out of here. That's what the doctor told me. It was moving really, really fast, man. Wow. And so they caught it in time. So a lot of men have that. I mean, I know a guy who died at 27. Mm. You know, it's just, you have to get a checkup. I mean, you have to get a checkup. You don't never know what's wrong with us these days. And, you know, you have to be proactive about it. But I'm glad that I am the spokesperson, man, because, and I just think that I'm the one who can make people listen, and I hope that I am the guy that's making men listen, because I like to speak to the women, because the women is the ones going to make their men go to the doctor. Yeah. We ain't going to go. I didn't like to go to the doctor, still don't like to go to the doctor, but my wife, she makes me, and she insists on me going all the time. Yeah. And so I have to really stay proactive about it, man, you know, because every time she says, okay, we got to go to the doctor, I'm like, oh, man. But I mean, so I always be honest about it. And so, and by my honesty, always, you know, drive these men to get up and go too as well. So I always ask the ladies, get your man to the doctor, because they ain't going. Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful thing that you're helping to spread the word. I do not like to go, but absolutely. You're influencing me to take myself there, though, just for a checkup. Yeah, exactly. Just to wrap up, one last question now.
talk about your future plans for music, kind of how long you plan to keep recording and everything.
Well, you know what, Tom, I'm having such a good time in this, and I'm getting ready to start my new album now, and we finished out the year, doing the Uncle Charlie, Just Charlie album, and it's been great. It's been great times for me. I'm having a ball. I love music. I love all genres of music. I'm getting a chance to express that in a minute. But I'm getting ready to start this next album. I have not figured out what I'm going to name it yet, because we're just getting started, and I don't know all of that business. And after a while, I want to get a few records done. But we've demoed about 6 or 7 records already, and I just have not had a good chance to listen to all of them yet. But next weekend, I'll start listening to everything and start figuring out which direction I'm going in. I can't wait to get started, but I definitely can't wait to start singing these records, man. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing these. I'm going to do music until until the door closes on me. And right now, I'm just getting started. They should have never let me have a microphone again. And it's like, to me, it's like just my third album. I'm getting ready to get loose, man.
Yeah.
We finna break. Yeah, we finna do the thing the right way, and I can't wait to get started, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So.
Cool. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
I know I got so. You know I got so.
Yeah. Yep. I already know. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add on?
No, man. I'm just happy that I have a headline coming. Well, first of all, I just got back from Kuwait. I just did the last. I was one of the last artists to do the last hoorah from all of the soldiers coming from Iraq, coming home for the holidays, and they have to come through Kuwait. Because I did Iraq and Kuwait 4 times in 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they just kept asking for me back, and so I got a chance to go back to Kuwait, and all of the soldiers, they was coming in by the thousands, and I got a chance to play for them one more time for the soldiers that came out of Iraq. Man, it was such an honor to be amongst those men and women who serve our country, and because I've been in some places that was really noisy the last couple of years, and you hear automatic weapon firing and bombs going off and all day and all night, and it was quite nerve-wracking. I wanted to say scary,
mm-hmm.
But I'm not a coward, but it was definitely nerve-wracking, and so, but to see, I've met some men and women in the mornings, and some of them just didn't make it back from the afternoon missions, but. I met some incredible men and women in the armed forces, but I did get a chance to play for them, and some of them, and they always asked for me, and so I just got back from that, and incredible. I have this hat line that I'm launching in January. All types of women hats and sun hats and men's brims, sun brims, and caps and hats, and they're Uncle Charlie line of hats, and that's coming out in January. That will be at the fashion week in Las Vegas. And then you can go on my website. My website is UncleCharlieWilson.com. You can go and check all of my things and stuff on website. Facebook.com/Charlie Wilson. You can hit me with a tweet, and my Twitter is I'm Charlie is one word. I'm Charlie Wilson. I'm Charlie Wilson. So hit me on Twitter that way if you want to talk to me. And that's it, man. I appreciate everything that all of my fans. I love you all, and thank you for supporting me. I'm getting ready to go do this next record for you for next year. Trust me, it's going to be a monster.